All right, we are live, February 2nd, 2026. Happy farming. I'm just loading up the game right now. It should show up momentarily. Um, we'll be returning to PVRivers to do some farming. There has been a update to the universal auto load. I've posted or pinned the link to the GitHub, which is available for you guys to check out and download. So be sure to check that out and hopefully you have a fun day. Hello, Sky. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for the love. We're going to do some farm sim tonight. So we're going to load up the game and get at it. So we'll see what happens here. Just to let you guys know, for anyone that does American Truck Simulator, Euro Truck Simulator, probably Construction Simulator, Farming Simulator, and you have the iBeam Tracker uh, program. It has been updated. It is officially out of beta, so you can go ahead to Steam and download it, the latest edition, and have fun. They've integrated profiling into the app, so you can set up a specific profile for the simulator game that you're playing, and that way you don't get the two mixed up. Myself, I don't play ATS. I mainly focus on Farming Simulator, but for those of you that play multiple simulators, by all means, you can go ahead and create specific camera settings or profiles with the new tracker. So have fun. So yeah, go download your latest version of the Beam eye tracker. It's available to you. So I don't know exactly how it's all gonna play out, but I'm gonna be activating it for the first time tonight. They've also done some integration. So some of the apps, you had to get Open Tracker installed. You're no longer going to need Open Tracker. So if you have that installed on your systems, you can go ahead and uninstall that. The components that they need from Open Tracker, they have gone ahead and integrated it into Beam Eye Tracker. So it's all part of, well, the one package. So just keep that in mind. Probably would want to uninstall it because if by chance you have it running in the background and using the iBeam tracker, there might be a resource issue, as both of them might start working at the same time. I noticed that Open Tracker is actually a startup executable. Um, so yeah, you might want to go ahead and uninstall that or disable it as you see fit. iBeam has also Beam Tracker has also indicated that you can still use the older version or use the Open Tracker software for other purposes if you want. So there you go. Go figure. Go ahead and load up PVRivers here. Not sure what we're going to do on the farm today. See, probably we'll be doing some terraforming, most likely, and I will probably speed up the map timer a little bit. I think I have it at like 1x. I'll probably speed it up to like maybe 10 or 50 or something. We'll see. So Yeah, fantastic stuff. What else? Giants Software has released that they will be doing, um, I guess a live feed. I think in what is it, mid-February or something like that. So with Benny, our German community coordinator. So should be exciting, and some special guests for Giants. He didn't really elaborate, or it didn't say who that would be. So maybe we're going to be getting some more community coordinators, perhaps, from Giants, so which would be fantastic. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe they're other guests that we may already know. I don't know. But anyways, looks like we'll be getting some news on the direction from Giants on how Farming Simulator is going to progress. There was some indication that there will be some focus on bug fixes and stuff like that, for sure. With regards to new content, I'm pretty sure Benny will update us during the live stream. So, it'll be pretty awesome if you ask me. So we're going to load up here, get it going. I think that's all of the news that I have. I don't have any. I did a check for Courseplay and Auto Drive and Terraforming. There is no new updates for those particular mods on the GitHubs from those modder groups. So, got no news for you. So, there you go. FS Miner has been releasing some new updates. I have not downloaded any of his new packs yet. So if you're into the construction equipment, I noticed that he has released a few videos on his channels with the new mods he has created for his construction pack. So I don't know what he's hitting for mods now in that pack. Probably well over 200 mods. So, but anyways, check out his channel for any details with regards to that. So we're at 55% going to load here. So should be fantastic. Today's been a little bit of a brighter day here in Chilliwack. I mean, we have had clouds. It's starting to warm up. We're up to 7 degrees Celsius. Which is a little bit warmer than usual. I think next week we're supposed to be at like probably about 15 degrees Celsius. They're projecting, which is extraordinarily warm for us during the winter. But, what it is, including northern BC, to tell you the truth, like northern British Columbia. They have it quite a bit warmer than what I have it at. I think they're actually forecast at 11 degrees Celsius, I think, already. So I don't know what's going on, but anyways, things are warming up. We've got even on my balcony here, we have flowers growing. So it's crazy. It's like spring is already here. Actually, it's like we never even had a winter, to tell you the truth. That's not to say for the rest of Canada, though. Rest of Canada has had a fair amount of snow dump on it. Especially in Ontario, Quebec, the prairies. Go figure. So there you go. So that's the weather report, I guess you could say. Hopefully it'll become a little bit more sunnier. We'll have to see, I guess. For me, anyways, we get a lot of rain usually. The rain is a lot, quite a bit of rain. Whether that continues, I don't know. Probably a good thing. That way the soil, it flows under the soil instead of on top of the soil. Right? Yeah, there you go. So we're at 73%, still loading here. I can get in there. I did send up some short videos today. So if you want to check my short videos, as some of you may have noticed, I have joined Kiwi Farms Sim Farmer on his multiplayer map on Saturday, I think it was, or Saturday evening. So I posted a couple of shorts from my live stream from that day. So you're more than welcome to check them out. Let me think. I can't think if I posted any other. There is some Where Winds Meet shorts that I posted as well. So you can check that out. And yeah, I think that's about it. Channel is doing very well. So watch hours are climbing, which is good. So thank you for those that have been watching my channel and my live streams. The watch hours have been extraordinarily encouraging. Short views are doing well, I would say. They continue to trend upwards, so I'm quite happy about that. And of course, a healthy pace with subscriptions. So everything's going up, so that's good. Thank you everybody for the support. Also, huge shout out to Kiwi Sim Farmer and Eric the Crazy Viking for your support with promoting my channel. It means a lot and has been quite helpful, so thank you very much. And then of course, all of the new subscribers from World of Warcraft and also Where Winds Meet, so thank you. As for my Dune fans, we will be getting back into Dune probably maybe starting tomorrow, as I am aware that Chapter 3 content has released. So I will be doing a live stream on Dune Awakening just to check out what's new and available in that particular game. Yeah, that is sort of the channel news. We got the PVRivers that's loaded here. Where we're at. Here we go. Let everything render in here. Pretty. Oh, I got my mouse still plugged in. Don't need it to be charging anymore. I think what we were doing was addressing our food situation. I probably need to take a truckload of slurry back down to the main farm as well. Don't know where is my truck over here? I don't think it is. Or is it parked over here? I have a truck over here. Or there's a truck. Okay. I'll just drive this back to the farm. Oh. Need to make some adjustments here. think I need to adjust my tracker a bit. Give me a moment, guys. It's off center. I'm gonna have to figure out how I set it up because they've changed a few things. Here. I think it might be under advanced controls. See here. Yeah, they definitely changed it. Here's a setup guide. How do you set it up? They've changed it. Da-da-da-da. Wonder if I delete the profile. This action cannot be undone. That's fine. New profile. I wonder if it's maybe it's supposed to automatically pick it up. No, they've changed a few things. Oh, here's a setup guide. Apparently, presence detection. Nope, no. Privacy filter. System support about. Oh, it's the Swiss. I did not know they were a Swiss company. That's cool. From Switzerland. Let me just, maybe it's supposed to just auto detect. What happens if I turn it on? Maybe it's, I still don't think it's working the way I want it to though. The alignment, like I'm on an angle or something like that. I should be facing straight. I have to turn my head a little bit. So, hit up a little bit. I need to reset the profile. There should be. Hope they didn't remove it. Required protocol. Registration. Here's some subcategories. They've made collapsible menus. That's a bit different. Any more collapsibles? Nope, not the ones that I'm looking for. Maybe I should try uninstalling it and reinstalling it. That probably might be a good idea. I'm going to quickly do that right now. So it shouldn't take too long, I don't think. Stop that. I'll probably need to log out of the game. So we will do that too. Hit save and quit. I will reinstall Be My Tracker. The interface is a bit different than what it was before. Supposedly, as I read it, it's supposed to detect the game and interact with the game or create a profile for the game. I don't know if they went in the direction that I fear that they went in. It might not be such a stellar move. I like a little bit of automation with stuff where stuff can be set up correctly, automatically. I'm all 2 thumbs up for that. But I also like to have some manual control. So if something goes wrong, I can go ahead and, fix it myself. And my fear is they took away the ability for me to fix things myself. I don't know. I won't know until I go ahead and I uninstall this. And I will probably switch it out of the beta version. That could be a problem too. Because I am running the beta version. So let's uninstall this. So just bear with me. And this is set to beta. Probably going to want to make sure that I don't have the beta version. I'm going to go with the default version. Because currently they don't have a beta right now because they have concluded the beta. So. All right, uninstall. Beam tracker is now installed. Yeah, we're gonna, there's the calibration. Calibration complete. All right. That's a lot quicker. Also, it's in the, in a different area. It's in the task manager area. Taskbar. Whether or not, if it's only in that area, let's find out. It could be. Go ahead and reload the game here. Nope, calibration is back. So yeah, I had to uninstall the beta version. So it looks like we are in good shape. Way it should be. So don't know what happened to the beta version, why it missed those specific components. Does it matter? Not really, I guess. All right, I think we'll be fine. Let's go ahead and turn the tracker on. %60 loading. We're on our way. And I don't know if there's any updates for PVRivers. I think they are trying to do some sort of update at some point. Not exactly sure what specifically. So we will see. I imagine we'll probably see some more updates as we move forward through the life cycle of FS25, because there's going to be other DLCs released for the game, right? So something to be aware of. So we're all just kind of coming out of what, the holiday season. I guess, well, it's past that now, but also using a new video player. Maybe I should use it. Oh, my voice is fine. I'm not sure about if it's draining out my game sounds or not. Have to listen to my live stream for a little bit, I guess, to get the game running. Game audio going. Okay, let me just refresh my live stream so it catches up. Probably me. Not sure. Might have to turn up the game sound a bit. Nope. It's coming through the live stream just fine. So, alright. That's all that matters. Alright. That. Alright, so that's fine. Let me get my game audio going. Music audio going. I'm all set to go. So, fresh install of Beam Tracker. Got that going. Now that it's been updated, so, and it's rocking. Oh, actually, I gotta turn that on, don't I? There we go. So yeah, Beam Eye Tracker is up to date. So make sure you download the latest version. Perhaps maybe uninstall the current version that you have, and install the newer one, as it is now available. The Open Tracker you no longer require anymore. That's a separate application. So if you were not participating in the beta version, you probably still have the Open Tracker still installed. You can kick that out of your system. You might want to go ahead and do that. That way you're not doubling up on two trackers running at the same time. The tracker has to use a lot of calculations and integration with your camera, so having two trackers running at the same time probably is going to eat up system resources, unless you've got a super powerful computer. Maybe you might not notice something, I don't know, or you might inadvertently cause a conflict or a crash, so you might want to make sure it's not running. I do know that it likes to jump in as a startup item on the PC. So if you do need to use it for some other tracking software, because I think there's others out there. I'm not sure if Kobe uses it. Maybe there might be some, I don't know, VR headsets that use it. I'm not sure. Anyways, if you still do need it for other applications or other programs, I would probably just simply disable it out of your startup list, just to be on the safe side so you don't run into any conflict. Potential conflict. Not saying you are going to have conflicts, just potential conflict. There we go. Gonna jump out of this. We're gonna take the truck down to the farm and fill it up with slurry. Off we go. And bring it up here. I got about 30,000 liters of slurry, so I figure I might as well bring it up here so that it's in the storage in case I need it. So we'll see what happens. Let me think. I don't know if I have precision farming enabled. That's another thing I forgot to check. Apparently, I inadvertently uninstalled precision farming off the map. Don't know how or what I did. I know that I was trying to clean out some of the mods that I had, so I may have inadvertently uninstalled it. So I think it's back on the map. I didn't check if I checkmarked it or not. I loaded, but oh well, I'm not too worried. I'll just have to make sure that I re-enable it the next time I load up the game or I restart the game, what have you. Oh, that's interesting. I can cover my face a bit with my hand. Tracker still sort of keeps me straight. Doot, 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 doot. So I opted to reinstall K-Lite codec, and then I think I kicked out my classic media player. Not sure what had happened. Not sure if it's still installed somewhere, but I think it's gone. Love that thing. Very simple. So I'm using a different version of the media player. It's a little bit larger than what I would like. So I'm not sure how long I'll keep it. 34,000. I did have Winamp at one point, but I found that it conflicted with certain things, so I said, happy trails, goodbye, to that particular app. K-Lite Pack you have to be a bit careful with. They have different versions. There's if you go with anything higher than the standard version, well, even I think with the standard version, kind of run into some problems. It has a ton of bells and whistles in it, probably a little bit more than what one would need, but you never know. There's different people that use it for different things in a professional way. But I have run into some issues with it. It will conflict with certain things that I use on my system. So I don't usually use the Mega Ultimate Pack. Just causes way too many issues or conflictions. But I use the standard pack usually. Or basic. Basic is good too. But when I went to install the latest one, the classic player is missing, so I don't know the deal with that. So I've got some other older variation of the media player, but not the one that I want. I like the one from like Windows XP, which is like super, actually maybe it's older than that. Probably Windows 98, I think, is probably the version that it is. Very simple and specific. It's got a couple of menus that you can play with. And then you can just put a list of songs in, hit play, pause, and a volume setting. No fancy dance, chunky UI or anything like that. It's just simple, right? Less clutter. I don't like clutter. I want to see my list of songs, and I don't want clutter. Um, I don't need it to look pretty because it's not there to be pretty. All right, let's go ahead and empty this out. So, I'll find something. I always do. The newer ones these days seem to have thumbnails for each song. The other thing too is there's like a focus on a library or a database showing like alphabetical order and things like that. Um, I'm not looking for a music catalog. I'm looking for basically a media player that's very simple and that I can just dump my music playlist in and hit play. There's not very many of those anymore. And the ones that do have that, they kind of like I said, make the interface more funky. Or you cannot resize the window very much, right? Like, I don't want a player that takes up like 50 acres of real estate on my monitor. So, if anyone from Microsoft is listening, or any other media player company or app maker, and I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. Not really. All right, let's back this up. Oh, about 12,000 liters of slurry. Fantastic. Fill up. That's almost just over half a tank. Take this down to the farm and unload. All right, the bridge we go. So I might be testing out my universal auto load trailers today a little bit, because I did update to the latest version off of the GitHub. So potentially I may have to sell and repurchase trailers. I think I've had to do that with a few versions. So just fair warning on that. Alright, we're gonna head to the barn. So I also think I've got some stuff I need to sell. As an example, this trailer, for instance, I could probably sell. I think I needed it. Do I have a hitch on this truck? Just back up. I'll hook up. I don't think I can hook up. It's a fake trailer hitch. Yep, it won't hook up. Have to grab a tractor, I guess. Try to sell it. Where am I gonna park this? Probably over here. I'm gonna start selling a few things, I think. Mainly things that I don't really use that much. I think a lot of these cultivators probably will go. I don't think I need any of these. If I make a mistake, I'll just rebuy them. But for now, they're just collecting dust, to tell you the truth. This tractor, I bought this too soon. I really don't need this versatile. I'll probably sell that and rebuy it at a later date. Back up and take the little green trailer down first. That's been sitting there like forever. I've had this is one of the original trailers that came with the farm when I first started playing on it. I don't think I've ever used it, to tell you the truth. So that's some money that I could probably recoup. So we're gonna bring it down to the shop, sell it. And then I'll have more space to put equipment or park equipment. As you notice there, I probably have like a very large parking lot. And I can recoup more of my space by parking some of my stuff underneath the alcove if I want. So we'll take care of that, get that done. I've got the time to do it now, so I might as well go ahead and do it. That's how I look at it. My farm look a little bit better instead of a parking garage. And like I said, some of the equipment that I'll be selling, I may end up rebuying again later. But I just don't see... Like, they've been sitting there collecting dust. So, I really don't need it all. So, I figure I might as well get rid of it. The other thing I need to get rid of is this thing. Some sort of forklift with it or something. Accidentally purchased it. Go ahead here. What's your name, buddy? Yeah. You're gonna get your equipment back, okay? See here, sell. How much am I gonna get for it? About 5,000. That's pretty good. I'll go get something else. Drag that back here. Here's some more light. Now the water pack, I probably will keep that. I know I haven't used it that much, but I'm still holding out that I'm going to use it. So I got a plan. I plan to use it for cutting down the straw swaths, and then going in with the next pack to pick it up. I have a mod for that, but lately I've been planting like corn, and I've been planting, what else have I been planting? Sunflower seeds, I think I did. So crops that don't really require the straw or swathing.
Just wanna pack up my things and go. Just wanna be free, just wanna zone, just wanna flow, just wanna hang with the gang, but sometimes chill on my own. Just wanna do me, just wanna doze, just wanna live and see how it goes. And the goals just keep on going, yeah. This life we live.
So we'll see what happens, I guess, when we get there. Let's go over here. I guess we're taking that. That's a weeder, I think. Or a cultivator. Oh, it's got seeds in it too. Alright, well we're gonna... It's a seeder. Gonna just unload the seeder here, I guess. Go. I will just simply move that with the forklift later, I guess. This straw I'm going to eventually clean up too. This stuff here I can't clean up because it's on the other property, but do what I can. To clean up what straw I can clean up. I drive by it a lot. Like, I think I want to get that swept up into a windrow. I think I do have a windrower at the farm somewhere. So we'll be doing that probably on the live stream as well. I'll figure out how to get that moved later, I guess. I probably... Actually, you know what? I'll super strength it. There we go. Over there. I've already got one. So I accidentally bought two. So that's 137,000. That's a lot of money recouped. This is 145,000. That's another big chunk of money recouped. So head back to the farm and go get something else to sell. Alright. Over here. This is definitely a cultivator. I wonder how much what I'll get for this thing. Definitely gonna recoup a lot of money that has been spent. It'll be a swap out now. I tend to be too much of a pack rat. But I'm doing it now because I've got time to do it. I'm just gonna drop this off and go get something in. There we go. Oh, I can fit like more than one item on that pad, so I'll put 2 pieces of equipment in there and sell. That mess has to be cleaned up as well. We'll move that somewhere else. The bridge is done, so whatever's there is not going to be used for anything. Just sitting there. I think I'm going to move it closer to the other bridge area. That's probably another thing I will be doing. I'll be moving a lot of stuff for my project just to clear out some of the things. I think that's probably another good to-do list item too. So a lot of I guess spring preparation, I guess, is what I'm doing. Live stream for the most part. Getting stuff sold, cleaning up, I guess, the farm. What else do I have over here that I should be selling? Have another cultivator. The rock collector I'm going to keep. The header probably could go too, I guess. I'm gonna just swing around this way just to see if there's anything out of the ordinary that I might sell. That can now stay. Most of this. Oh, I've got stuff in down. Got in here. Okay. That I still have to keep, I guess. For planting, yeah. You got a header. I don't know if I need that still. I'll probably keep it. Sure. This stuff I need to keep. Slurry tank I will keep for now. Go this way. These are all attachments. Oh, here's cultivators that need to be sold probably. The combine probably could be sold. I don't know the trailer. Okay. I've got 2 cultivators over here. Yeah, I got quite a bit of equipment that I still have to sell. Alright. I got a spot to put my that. And I do have a windrower, a large one. That one I will not sell because I think it'll be valuable. I have 2 windrowers. I have a smaller one. Smaller one's over by the grass field, which is just perfect for that area. So yeah, guess that's what I think that's the plan for me today. Not really overly eventful or anything, but I'm in the right mindset to wanting to do, I guess, a little bit of a winter, I guess, nap. Do this in. All right, Bill. Actually, I don't think his name is Bill. I forget it. He has a name. Giants gave him a name, but I can't remember what it is. Let's sell this. That's 46,000. Sell that. That's 86,000. So I'm up to 16 million. Yep. Sorry, buddy. I can't remember your real name. To me, you look like Fred Penner. Okay. You like music? You like to do sing-songs? You have a little friend named Wordbird? Do you crawl out of a log every once in a while? A magical forest? Strong silent type. Gotcha. Alright. Loved you on CBC. You made my childhood great. Just saying. If you guys don't know who Fred Penner is, look it up online. Do a YouTube search for Fred Penner. And, or even a Google search for Fred Penner. And maybe you'll see kind of what I'm talking about. So in Canada, we have like basically, when I was growing up, we had like shows for kids, right? And well, we grew up with a few of them. There was Sharon, Lois, and Bran, Fred Penner, Mr. Dress Up, Today's Special. Those are the ones that I can remember. And we had Sesame Street as well. Those were the ones. And they're basically children. Most of them are children entertainers. So we would see them on TV. Now I am originally from Ontario. A lot of them actually went to local schools in Ontario. I don't know if they traveled the country and went to local schools in other provinces and stuff, but I remember going to school and we had a few of the actors from these shows go on stage and perform, stuff like that. But yeah, children entertainers is who they were or are. I think they still do entertainment, but not as much anymore. Because I don't think most kids watch that anymore. I think the programming is different. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But it was big in the like 80s, essentially, and 70s. I don't think it's the case anymore. I think Sesame Street is. They got rid of that. I don't. Let's take this out of here. But anyways, that guy looks like Fred Penner, so. Um, and on occasion, I guess I did watch a little bit of Mr. Rogers, a little bit, but most of the time I was watching all of the other shows when I was young. And then the other show that I watched, which is probably more of an adult show, these two are adult shows. There's The Beachcombers. What else? And then there's Danger Bay. I always like that show. It's for adults, but it was interesting. I watched it. And The Littlest Hobo. Which was my shows that I watched. They're more adult shows. What else? And then for cartoons, when I was really young, I think it was The Raccoon what I watched. Yeah. And then I started getting into more sci-fi stuff, I think, when I was like maybe 5 or 6 years of age, I guess. Oops, I went wrong. So I started watching like Transformers Generation 1, G.I. Joe, that kind of stuff. And then once I was into my teens, or well, I guess probably 10 years of age or something, I started watching Disney Afternoon. So that was like Goof Troop, what else? DuckTales, Darkwing Duck. What else was there? Did I say Goof Troop? I think I did. DuckTales, I said that, I think. Anyways, it was Disney Afternoon, and basically it took Disney characters and then put them into some other cartoon situation. So you got like Donald Duck and Scrooge McDuck in their own show with Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And then Chip and Dale, well, they were put in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, and they had their own show. Darkwing Duck, I think, was, I don't know, kind of a spin-off of I guess Scrooge McDuck a little bit, because it had duck people in it. So I watched that, and then at the same time, I think I was starting to watch later in the afternoon Star Trek: The Next Generation quite a bit. So every episode. And then as I went into like maybe I think when I was 12 and 15 years of age or something in between that time frame, I was watching like all of that, then Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules, because that was on a lot, and then of course Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5, and then into Star Trek Voyager. I think in my late teens, I probably didn't watch a lot of most of what I outlined. I was more focused on sci-fi at that time. I saw a lot of Star Trek. And there was a lot of other, I don't know, sci-fi shows out there. I think there was like Mutant X and some of the X-Men stuff. Oh, and I did watch Fox X-Men as well.
Cold hand, frozen feet, raindrops
This
falling
here.
on the street. I can't recall when I last saw the sun. Summer's just a memory, a faded piece of history. No one can remember all the fun.
All right, let's back down. Yeah. So those were a lot of the shows that I watched growing up, I guess. There probably maybe some other shows, but I can't think of them. Oh, Stargate too. Oh, I love Stargate. Stargate was fantastic. I did a lot of video games as well. I had the original NES. I played a lot of Mario on that. Mario 3 was my favorite out of the group. I never got a Super Nintendo. I had thought about it, but I don't know. I wasn't really sold on Super Mario World. I think they just overcomplicated it or something, it felt like. Like it was like they were trying to do Super Mario 3 but better, but it didn't seem better. So I didn't really bother with a Super Nintendo. And instead I went with a Sega Genesis. So don't regret it. Had a lot of fun on there. Played Dune, Fight for Arrakis, which was the very first real-time strategy game. So, and part of the Dune universe. That's part of my introduction to it back in the day. Of course, Sonic the Hedgehog had that in Buddy Tales. Put that there, I guess.
Well, hello there.
Oh, it's Walter. That's your name. Sorry. I guess you're not Fred Penner. Sorry. I guess I could have clicked on it before. Name's Walter. Go. Alright, let's head back up to the farm. But I did enjoy Littlest Hobo. I think that was, it's like almost like Lassie, but I liked it better. He's basically a hobo. He's a dog that's a hobo, right? So what he does is he's on his journey, he travels around, and he'll stop off in a town, right? He'll find someone that needs help, and he'll either rescue them or save them or something like that. And then, they say, oh, well, we're gonna, the humans in the show always want to adopt him. Oh, well, we'll keep you around or whatever, right? But then at the end of the show, he always leaves, right? And he moves on, right? Which is part of the theme song too, right? Just keeps on moving on to make a new friend, right? So he never settles down. He's always on the road, right? But he's always doing a good deed for people, helping them, rescuing them, that sort of thing. And once he's done in that community, he moves on, does something else. So, great show. And then Danger Bay, enjoyed that. That, I don't know, filmed in British Columbia, where I live right now. It has a lot of coverage of the Vancouver Aquarium, and it's about a doctor and his family who works at the aquarium, and they're environmentalists, and they are also there to help animals, stuff like that, right? And basically, it's every day they're looking to save animals from something, right? but I'm gonna pull that out of there, I think. So I always enjoyed it because there's always these scenes of the Vancouver Aquarium and the animals there. And the animals from the Vancouver Aquarium end up part of the show, right? Featured in whatever the story may. Oh, yeah, good. Come on. What kind of trailer is this? It's a crampy. Just pull it out of here. Okay. Oh, it's a huge one. It's probably a high lift, isn't it? Oh. Might be a high lift. Hard to say. I got an idea. Just fill this up with a little bit of material. Find out. Kind of trailer it is. Dump a bunch of grass in it, I guess. That holds about 56,000. Up to 30 already. 40, 44. Go ahead and dump this back in. Probably a high lift. If it is, I'll probably sell it. Because I think Flegel is the only one that's a low lift. What happened here? Oh. Nope. It is not a high lift. Okay, well. Actually the only problem is that the piece at the back lifts pretty high. I think that's one of the problems I had. Like the Flegel doesn't go that high. Mistaken. So I think I'll go ahead and sell this. I'm more of a fan of the Flegels. They serve the purpose that I need them to do. We'll take this back, sell it. I'll probably get quite a bit of money for this trailer, I would think. Maybe? I don't know. Da 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 da. Right. Turn here. So there's Walter. I'll probably sell the combine. Sell that. Selling a I think. Oh. This 56,000. Combine, I think, will be next. The large tractor, I think I will just keep that. I have a feeling I will put it to work at some point. It's just that I don't have any large field at the moment, but that could change. So at some point I want to like buy like a seed hawk and go with a large feeder. But at the moment I only have small fields, so it's impractical to do it. So I have smaller tractors that I use, or large tractors that are a reasonable size. I don't know. So we'll see. But I'll keep it for now. Probably going to pull out the windrower. I'll just take care of the windrowing because it's next right now. And then I will take the combine down with that one header. Try to sell that off, I guess, for both of those off. That'll be the plan. Let's go here. Ba-doo, ba-doo. Back this way. I try to clean this up a bit. Bit better. Put in pro. There's the all sweeped up. But got this huge mess over here. Gonna go all the way to the end and my way back this way. Get everything kind of at least in some sort of row. Fantastic. Spin around. I'm gonna make a left in front of the house. Follow the field edge and go all the way straight to the east, I guess. Probably what I'm gonna do. Sure that I got everything cleaned up. Get all this straw kind of lined up in a row. Go well. Scoot forward. Fantastic. Da 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 da. Clean this side up too, I guess. Now I spin back and try to get the far edge of this one field. Do this again, and then the edge of the sugarcane field, I'll see if I can sweep it up a bit. If I can, but we shall see. most of this here. If it's at least in a row, I'll be happy with that. At some point, I will probably bring my pickup wagon over here and pick this up off the ground.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun. The feeling we chase. I'm wide awake. Take me away now. 'Cause I won't go
All right.
down the same old path again now. No, I've been running out of air, so let me catch my breath. Feeling I've got's making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me. Yeah, this feeling I've got's making me crazy, making me crazy. So I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.
There, that should do it.
I'm just gonna drive. Wherever we go, we're taking control. The future is ours now. The road never ends. It's me and my friends. These are the good times. And I'm feeling like I could go on forever. And I've been running out of air, so let me catch my
Go ahead and park this.
making me crazy. If I'm having a good time, don't you blame me.
There is one thing that I want to try though. I'm not sure if I have to roll. I feel.
Just gonna drive.
See if I have to do anything here.
I'm just gonna drive.
Fertilize.
I'm just gonna drive. I'm just gonna drive.
Cultivate. Bed.
I'm just gonna drive.
Used on it. Something weird here. Oh. I know what it is. So I did the next at with this field, and this field. But then I ran out. So then I had to switch to manure. So this is manure spread. So my next planting should fix it, with my I think. Kind of weird. Okay, what was I doing? Oh. Take a look. Go park this. Park this. All right, now what is it? Combine. Combine, wait. I think I only used this like once. Take this to the shop. Sell it. Be good to go. Hello, the Sim Guy. Welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. We're doing some sales today. Selling stuff. I got a lot of equipment on my farm that I don't use. Nope, I haven't crashed yet. So I guess I'm doing fairly well in that department. Probably going to go. I don't think I can make it over the bridge with this. I go to the ferry, I think. Ah, that's good to hear. I noticed you've been live streaming again, so that's a good thing. Are you getting any subscribers and a little bit of growth? everybody, you should check out the Sim Guys channel, by the way. I'm gonna share it out in a sec once I get up to the top of the hill. He does truck simulator and farming simulator content. So if you like both of that, to check it out. Get a sec here. Get you guys his channel. Turn off my tractor. If I could get you in here. Put his link in. Yeah, so he's at 81 subscribers, guys. So let's try to get him more people. He does farming simulator and ETS, European Truck Simulator. So you need simulation. Well, he's your guy. I mean, he is the sim guy after all. So so let me get the channel in here. There you go. Yeah, he is 19 away from the big 100. So certainly there's got to be at least about 19 people that can shoot him a sub. He's been with my community for an extremely long time. Probably maybe one of my first big fans on my channel. I would say. Yeah, it's probably safe to say that. So he's been here way in the beginning, even before Nick Kelly. So this guy's like the OG on my channel. So we should give him applause for that, and also reward him with subscriptions to make his day and get it all the way up to 100. So you guys could do that. That would be fantastic. And he's from the UK, just to give you guys a little bit of idea of where he's from in the world. Yeah, you've been with me since the start. We have also done some live streams together on occasion, especially in FS22. We did that quite a few times. He's joined me on the Chilliwack map, Bear Mountain. I've joined you on a few different maps. I think one of them was an American map or 2 American maps. We've done definitely our annual New Year's live stream as well. So, yeah, we've been together for quite some time. So, and he's been part of the farming simulator community for quite some time, even before I even met him. So he's been in different chats and stuff like that in other content creators and what have you. So he's definitely a good guy to support and to get to know. I got to get my tracker back on. Driving here. So yeah, if you guys could do me a favor, just subscribe to his channel. Let's see if we can get him to 100. I'm pretty sure that will make his day, right? Okay, where am I going? I think I'm going this way. Me. So how's the New Year's been so far? Hopefully everything has been good and everything with your neck of the woods doing good. How's the weather in the UK, by the way? We've been getting some very warm weather this winter. where I am. And there's Eric the Crazy Viking. Another fantastic person. Not too bad. That's good. Have you got? Did you guys get snow in the UK or no? It's cold. We have snow. Okay. Yeah, it's like spring. Our winter has been nothing but spring, which is weird for me, anyways. Where I am. So I don't think we're gonna get any snow. I am a little concerned because it might mean that we might have a bit of a dry summer. And that's not good. Is the boat coming this way? Yep, the boat's coming. Get in on the... I should be able to get on the bridge. There we go. Yes, thank you very much, Eric. We need to get him up to like at least 100. Get him to, because he's been around. I don't know if you've ever met him before, but he has been in the community quite a bit. Like, I know I've known him for at least about 4 or 5 years now. Can I get across here? I don't think I can. Oh crap. This is not a good thing. I need to get a trailer. Alright, well that's gonna be... That kind of boo-hooed my... Okay. Oh, I can actually hit... I can do that. Yes, guys, also, subscribe to Eric's channel. That should be coming through. He has been a tremendous supporter of my channel. He's also a channel member as well, so which is fantastic. So yeah, check him out, sub to him. Also his son too, Nikolaya. I gotta find Nikolaya. Nikolaya is just started live streaming, so he needs some. He needs some subs too. The Nikolaya, the Crazy Viking. If I can find. Fine. Looking on the wrong. Actually, you know what? I probably have it. Oh, don't have the history list on my chat doesn't run for very long. I'm pronouncing it wrong? Nicolay? Oh god, I feel bad now. I'm gonna butcher his name. Know it. Oh god. Okay. I feel bad now. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyways, another Crazy Viking, okay? I will have to work on getting his name correct. So I apologize. God. Perfect. There we go. There's the channel. So give him some subs. He's at 182 subscribers. So let's give him also some subscriptions to get him on his way, especially up to 500 because the 500 mark is like a milestone for YouTube. All right, man, I feel bad now. Okay. Anyways, I have good intentions, so that's all that matters. I will learn the name. Okay. I need a trailer, guys. I need a trailer. But just for the record, Nikolaya is not a girl's name, okay? I'm just going to throw that out there in case anyone thinks that's what I said. It's not. Nikolaya is a guy's name, okay? That's actually a pretty cool name. I actually like the Nikolaya personally. Anyway, I digress. Oh, Discord voice chat. I suppose so. Yeah, that would probably work. Somewhere in here. See if I can get it. I have a voice channel, don't I? I'm gonna feel bad. I need to learn this now because I feel bad now. I think I have a voice channel, don't I? I have a lobby. Go in there. There. I'm gonna turn my music off too.
No need to feel bad, dude.
Okay.
You almost had it in the end.
I almost had it? Okay. Well, how do you say it then? Oh.
You had it almost.
Almost? Okay, so it is like Nikolaya close?
Hello?
Oh, I need to get my... How about this? Oh, crap. I've got to get my...
Can't hear you.
One sec here. My audio is all goofy. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Why is my... Hello? Not working. I need to program something for this. Let's try... Mic in? There. You can hear me now, right? You can hear me now? Hello? I'm breathing now. I think it's working now.
Sounds like it, because I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, Discord completely resets my my microphone settings every time I open it up. So
That explains it. You got it right one time. I'm happy about that though. So it should be easy. It's not Nikolaya, it's Nikolai.
okay, so I don't have to say the Nikolai.
In the at the end, because that sounds like you're trying to make him into a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you're in here in Norway, so yeah.
Okay. Well, I feel bad. In North America, it's a guy's name to say Nikolaya. So,
Well,
anyways.
you guys have Jeremiah, Nikolai, and all kinds of names over there, so.
Yeah, very true. Okay, so it's Nikolai.
Yes.
Okay.
It's that easy.
That's very
You got
easy.
it.
Not complicated at all. Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I feel much better, and I feel bad. So if I might have I know he jumped into my live stream. I think a couple of
Trust
days.
me, he doesn't care that much and get offended because he knows not everyone knows how to pronounce his name correctly. Or
Okay.
that's the same with me over here. Like my real name is Eric Michael. and people can't say Michael for the life of me. It's like Mikal or Mikael or something like that. It's like they always have to pronounce it so weird.
Well, you won't have any problems from me with that. I know how to say Michael.
Yeah, but I use Eric, so
Yeah, Eric's is a little bit easier. I do understand Michael because I know some people, like we have Quebec, the French will say Michel, right? Which is kind of
don't call me Michelle, then I'll have a hissy fit.
exactly. But there's that overlap confusion, so I can understand what you're talking about on that one. But yeah, you won't have problems with me saying Michael. Um, and then now I know how to say Nikolai's name now, so I shouldn't be able to get that all butchered up anymore. So I'm happy
Yeah.
about that.
More important to front him a little bit more, and it's front my channel because yeah, there
Yeah.
he's not. So, but I never like people shouting out my channel anyway, so that is me.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing YouTube for fame or getting rich or anything. So
No, that's fair enough. Completely
I'm doing
understand.
it for fun and enjoyment.
And
So
that's how it should be. Um,
I could have been monetized 8 times already, but I haven't.
oh, you're not monetized?
Some
I didn't know that.
no, I choose not to because I'm not doing it for the money.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm monetized, but at the tier 1 level, I think, right now. So it's just super
Yeah,
chats.
but again, there's the difference. I'm not in it for the money. You're trying to make your channel something
Yeah,
like be a job. That's a different thing.
yeah, that's
Like all
definitely
these giveaways I've been doing, like the Trustmaster sets and all that. That's out of my own pocket. Everything I do in the community and the farmers and community is from my own pocket. Nothing is YouTube.
Yep, that's definitely true. It's hard to keep up too because it keeps on changing all the time, the rules and everything like that. It's
Just
it
wait till
just
they change it again. That's gonna be fun.
yeah, well, yeah, they keep on changing it more and more. I don't they make so many changes, it's hard to keep up, these days with it all. So it's like, if someone super chats me or memberships me, hey, that's great. That's all that matters for the time being. Um, it's just I don't know, just how it is, I guess. It's confusing.
Normally is. Like YouTube has changed their policies and rules like 5 or 6 times as long as I've been doing YouTube.
Yep. Um, the other thing, they don't really, not everything they tell you is changed too. And
Oh, that's a good thing. Because otherwise, as soon as they open their mouth about it, there's people already trying to find shortcuts to go around it.
yep,
That's why they're getting more, and there's coming new rules that's gonna not be announced probably, if I know YouTube correctly by experience. They're gonna drop a bombshell for people who like only utilize AI for the channel.
actually, I heard they did that already, I think. I
No, even harder.
Oh, really? Oh.
Ban for life.
Oh. Oh, that's pretty
It doesn't.
severe.
It goes on your ownership of your email accounts and stuff like that. So it's registered to your name.
Hmm.
Sorry, Mac.
Well, I'm glad that I never got into that whole, AI circuit personally.
Well, I'm I'm in the AI circuit, but for work and for streaming, but I have AI only for the music I make. I write lyrics myself.
Now that's a lot better than I think. I think
And
the
you
problem.
and have Suno AI to make the music.
Yeah, and then you have it your ownership.
The whole
But
point
that
is YouTube wants you to utilize AI, but they also want you to do the work. So I found the mix, and that was accepted.
but that's more creative. Like you take the videos out there, right? I mean, we've all seen them. It's just a rehash of like superheroes doing things, right? I mean,
That's
there's
not
not.
even the real deal. It's just generated.
Yeah,
It's annoying.
and it's
And
just
that's
a
also a
rehash.
lot of fake news. Like if we watch on the TV, direct live from the White House or whatever, we can listen to the speech and all that, and we can simultaneously go onto YouTube and we can watch the same damn speak but generated by AI, where it says completely different things. I'm surprised somebody didn't already nuke the US, but yeah, it's
All right,
crazy.
all right, the sim guy. We'll see you later, bud.
Later, some guy. I'll try to send some followers his way.
Yeah, he could use some. He's been around like 80 or so for quite a while, so
Uh,
and he's been around for in the community like a long time. Um,
okay. Well, anyway, I need to bounce. I got work to do. So,
all right. Well, it's
but I'll
good to,
be in your chat for a while.
and you can watch me try to get a header onto a header trailer in a bad way.
That's an easy thing.
I don't think I'm using the
Normally,
right.
you just use a drive kinda straight-ish onto it where you think it should be, and then it should pop in automatically.
It doesn't. I
If
think
you're
I've
not
got the.
using edited 22 craft from King's Mods or something like that, then it might not. Because yeah.
I think I might be using the wrong header trailer.
Let me see. What's your stream?
I've got a crone. Like it's not snapping.
The Crone?
Yeah, this
That's for
crone.
only Crone headers.
Oh, okay. Gotta find.
The Crone trailer is only for the Crone front mower thing. So you can like cut directly and throw it into a trailer.
Oh, the forage harvester.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
the only
I'm
thing that trailer is for.
okay.
So you're using 8 meter, 10 meter?
I think about an 8 meter.
Yeah, then you want to go in and get one of those oh, what the hell was those names? Yeah, the black ones under down by the next to the combine in the menu.
Like probably the 30.
That's the Nart the the Nardi is the one I'm meaning.
So that
And
one
it
should.
says in there if you press I think it's C maybe? There's one button you press in when you're in the menu on that specific header, and you can click a button for combinations. It will show you the correct header for it.
Hit C. It's
That's either C. I don't remember which one. I think it's C, but it's not. Maybe.
But if you look down at below on your screen, there should be saying combinations or something. When you
Nope. Yeah, the
hit
Nardi
the
works with it.
store, yeah.
Okay, so I'll use that. I got that combination when I went into the header area. That'll fix. I've got two. So in other words, what I have is two headers, except for the hard Nardi, because that's the correct one. But I have two headers for a forage harvester. So I gotta sell those. I don't have a forage harvester. Just gonna heat this up. Getting ridiculous. All right.
Well, you do that. I need to go and eat something and then get myself to work. So
Yep, for sure. And
this work
have
training is a killer, dude.
oh,
Ugh.
is
Pretty
it book work
stupid
or
though.
what?
No, I'm running around like a chicken with a head cut off from everywhere, every department and everything. Giant electronics store.
Oh,
So I'm at one end of the building, and where the storage is, or I'm back in the opposite end where the service point is, or the other side where the cashier is, and back and forth a lot. So I had like 18,000 steps in one day.
is that like a lot of inventory kind of stuff?
That too, inventory, sales. I do selling too. I'm on the floor selling for the people that walks in and help them find the right products, help the service department build PCs, change screens on phones and stuff like that, or what's not fixable by ourselves, we ship out to another company that fixes it.
It sounds like a shipping and receiving.
Kind of, but this is just like what they call for work mapping to see how I'm doing and if I'm able to do it. Because the government didn't believe my two hospitals that I went to get two different opinions, or their own damn hospital, which I had to go to see their damn doctor, says the same. I'm too far gone. I'm disabled. But they don't want to listen. So now they're pushing me so badly that I can barely take care of my kids after work. I'm dead. Not dead, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm finished. I can't do anything. That's why I almost haven't been streaming either, because I've been too tired.
Yeah, that sounds kind of weird to me. See, in Canada, we have
Eh.
people that are like disabled and stuff, right? And like I mean, I've seen people that operate in a wheelchair, and they are doing things. They find ways to accommodate the disability, right? They'll either
Yeah, but
provide
when
like
the
a
disability, like I can walk around, I can use my arms, I can run because my left leg side is slower than the other. Same when I had to relearn how to use an excavator because my left arm and hand react slower than the right one. So I had to get used to the delay in my arm. Almost right after I got the sticks and wheel, I was starting to get used to it, and then boom, another attack, and I got a delay again. Only this time it was on my left arm.
well, it seems
So,
weird
so
how they're treating you, in my opinion. But
well, you see, everything here is basically covered, and everything it's everything like health benefits and everything. You don't have to pay extra for anything. You don't have to have health insurance or life insurance or anything to be covered. Same with dental, now covered. So everything is basically included when you live here, except for you need to pay taxes and you have to go through their bullshit because they have a certain opinion that people need to try this and that before they can disable them. Because they know better than doctors. Like I'm like on my fifth, almost 5.5 years now with this crap. So the stem cell treatment that I was looking to do wouldn't work on me because I'm too far gone.
Well, definitely a
According to
weird different
according
system.
to all three doctors. But
And
anyway,
they still won't take that? Like if you got 3 doctors that say, "Hey, this guy's like done."
well, the third doctor is their own recommended doctor to go and see. They recommended me going to Oslo to go to this doctor because that's the doctor they use. And still nada. They want me to try this. I think it's mostly because I said if they sponsor me a little bit,
Oh, we just lost Eric. Oh, that's definitely weird. It sucks for sure. I'm just, my mind is like stuck in like, this doesn't make any sense or logic in my mind. It, I don't know. It's frustrating. I don't like it at all. No one should have to go through that. I don't think. It, it seems unreasonable. That's my thoughts on it. Uh, Especially if there's like about 3 doctors saying, "Hey, this just is not going to happen." I don't know. Like, how many doctors do you need to sign up on it? 100? I don't know. Weird. The only good thing out of it is everything's covered. So that's the only good thing, but that's that's not really the point in the whole matter. If you're done, right? Especially if a medical professional says, "Hey, this guy is done." Uh, I don't know. It's frustrating. I will count my blessings that I'm at least a reasonably healthy person. I really hope that I don't have to go through uh, medical issues, stuff like that. But I suppose one day it will happen. And hopefully it won't be that bad. But yeah, in Canada, I would say, usually the workforce will, recognize the disability, and if they can work with you, they'll work with you, and they will find a way, um, to find you a position. So, which means that they don't discriminate against people that have disability. But they don't have you go through hoops, I guess, is what I'm trying my perspective of what I've seen. So they will usually find you a job that would match your disability. So if you can't walk very well, um, you can. I have seen people doing like stocking shelves and stuff like that. So that they're like reasonably able to you know somewhat be mobile. But they will give the employee like either a cart, a motorized cart or something like that that they can drive around the store with, right? So that they're not up on their feet all day, right? Um, Instead of saying, "Well, we need to test you out to walk everywhere," they don't do any that. They recognize your disability. You may need a doctor's note or something, right? And as long as your a doctor, not three doctors, signs off on it, you could get it. Myself, I've worked in an office environment my entire life. Um, we've even seen, offices, or what is it? Did I get rid of my trailer? No, I didn't. I'm too focused on the conversation because I find it upsetting a little bit. Um, I'm losing my concentration on what I'm doing in the game. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that um, like even in my workplace, if you have a back injury or a minor spinal column issue or something like that, you can still work in the office, but you can get different things in the office for you. Like like special chairs. I've seen people get desks that you hit a button and it will elevate the height up and down. Um, what else? Uh, Special screen. I had a coworker that has a missing eye and limited vision in one of his eyes. Oh, and I went the wrong way again. And they basically set him up with much larger monitors to help visually, and they also supplied him with special software to put on the PC for him to zoom in, right? So those are examples. Are you back,
Sorry
Eric?
about that. Yeah, my phone called, so I got disconnected.
Oh, did you catch anything that I said?
Nope.
Oh,
Sorry.
oh, that's all right. Uh, I was sharing my frustration based on what you were going through and explaining. A comparison to how things work where I live, right? And that I
Yeah.
was explaining that what you're going through is just crazy. So, like,
Well, it's not just me. Everyone who's applying to get disabled needs to go through it. So it's just the way it is. But everything else is like we're covered everywhere else, so I'm happy about it.
that's the good
And it
part.
gives me an excuse to get out of the house.
Yeah, that's very true. So in a nutshell, or I mean, in comparison, we don't in Canada we don't have the same coverage. I don't think as much as you do. I mean, we do have some coverages. It's not like the end of the world, right? So, but there special therapies and stuff like that, some medications and stuff like that, you still have to pay for to a degree. Um,
Hmm.
on the work side of it, um, I think our system is a little bit more compassionate. So employers will, like I was explaining to people on my live stream, that we will have someone doing something similar to what you're doing. Like there, we've had people in stores that will do stocking of shelves and stuff like that, and then doing, interaction with customers and also customer service at the same time, kind of almost the same role as you. But they're not. I've seen them in our stores, but and they've got a disability, but they're not walking everywhere. They'll accommodate them, like they'll provide them a motorized cart or something like that that they can sit through most of their
Not
shift.
over
And
here.
oh, wow.
Th-
And see,
I
that's
don't
where
know
we
because
differ.
I can still walk even though walking drains me completely because I have to re- compensate for a slowness in my left leg, right?
Yeah.
So if I walk too fast, I trip.
Hmm.
So yeah. And
Well,
some places they want you to be speedy about things, and yeah, sorry, can't do that. This is as fast as I go. Deal with it.
now is that for the entire country of Norway, or is that just the specific employer? Or
Uh, like the government has a system beneath them that's called NAV, NAV,
okay,
and that's the company you go to when you're like, if you are out of a job, looking for a job, like me, getting sick, can't work and stuff like that, then you go there, and they're the ones that send you in all kinds of directions to try to figure out if they can find anything for it works for you and your situation and stuff like that.
well, for us, usually they just like people that are on disability, they will go through just um one general practitioner. I mean, you'll get an assessment and all of that, but that's pretty much where it ends. And then just take your doctor's information, and then you go to the Canadian government website. You have EI, right? And you go
Hmm.
through their system by just filing the documentation and stuff like that, and then they look it over, and then they just enable the benefit.
Yeah, well, I don't think that. I think the reason is because Norway is a country that's always trying to help the world, right? So anybody who is like a refugee or something from a country comes here
Oh,
and they get everything. When they come here, if they're coming here with their whole family, they get free schooling for the kids, they get a job or help to find a job, they get a house, they get a car. It's all covered. But us, who actually is counted as a Norwegian citizen, do not. We have to actually go through all these hoops so they can make an assessment.
hmm.
So it's a little bit screwed up, but half of the government is from Afghanistan, Syria, stuff like that. So they have worked their way up and gotten into government, and that's why everything is so weird. But I have a contractor here now, so I need to go outside and inform him before I leave.
Okay. Well,
So
have a good night, Eric, and
have a good
hopefully,
night for you. It's a good morning for me.
Oh yes, good morning to you. It's good. I gotcha. Anyways, I won't hold you up. Thank you for
All right.
sharing everything with me, and have a good
Yeah.
good day.
Later.
Later. Bye. Well, there you go, guys. Wow, got a little bit of an education on Norway. And I also shared a little bit about Canada as well. Um, we do have immigration issues as well. Um, Probably maybe not as bad as what was described there. Um, but it's there. I think our situation with Canada uh, maybe a little bit different. I don't know. Um, like we're a growing country, so we kind of benefit a little bit from growth. Oops. So, my main frustration, I think, though, I recognize that having more people or more immigrants come to Canada is a good thing. I understand and recognize the benefit of that. Your GDP goes up. You have more people that can contribute to society. You have people that can fill the jobs. Um, the challenges that I see usually is that um, the rest of what we need doesn't compensate for it. So I guess in simple terms, like if you bring in a lot of people, right, you need to house them. And I'm not simply saying, well, here's a house, move into it. You need a certain amount of houses built, right? The other thing as well, like I think on the news, some people might have heard that. Well, there's a backlog on hospitals and stuff like that. Unfortunately, we have seen some hospitals get flowing, right? So I think people recognize and they want to help people. That's good. I mean, everybody wants to help people. That's a good thing. That's not a bad quality, right? And like I said, I think as a Canadian, I recognize the benefits of having more people move to our country, right? You bring in new people, they have new thoughts and ideas. Some of them great businesses and stuff. Um, but if you if you turn on the tap and you don't have a bowl or a beaker or a barrel to catch the water, it's just going to go all over the floor. So what I mean is that if you say you're going to open up, for immigration to come in, right? You should plan accordingly, right? So you need to start say, okay, well, we're going to have X amount of people coming, right? We're going to let this in because, well, if you don't know how many people's coming in, well, that's pretty bad, right? I mean, if you're governing, you should probably know how many people you're going to bring in because you control it, right? I would hope you would control it. So you should say, well, all right, well, how many hospitals do we need? How many schools do we need? How many grocery stores do we need? How many farms do we need? Um, how many social workers we need? What I mean is you need preemptive planning, and unfortunately I think government sometimes lack that thought process, and that's where people get pissed off. I think it is my point on the whole thing. I apologize if I'm getting too political. I'm trying to keep it not so political, but just educational, and trying to stay in an appropriate lane. as much as I can, but and explain it without getting too crazy on it. What I'm trying to say is that I think you need to bring balance to everything, right? I don't expect like governments to work perfectly. Um, where you get everything 100%. I mean, that's crazy. But I think governments should focus for balance, right? And unfortunately, that doesn't seem to really happen. A lot of the times, what happens is I think governments they put out a policy and they put in an action, right? But they don't manage it very well. And I'm not saying every government poorly manages things badly, but I think that's what really pisses people off, I think, or voters anyway. I think everybody's compassionate. I think everyone would be, quite fine with, having, you know, uh, people come into the country or having, healthcare, better healthcare, you know, stuff like that. I just think that, you have government lacks balance, and that's what I feel is usually the root of it. And if you don't have balance, you're going to have people pissed off. That's my point on it. How much training they say they have. They are supposed to read our signs, but can't even speak English hardly. Oh, I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from on that. And I'm equally I agree and frustrated. However, I still think government could, if they're going to bring people in and do that, they need to manage it better, right? So if they want to put immigrants like on trucks, then they need to enforce it. They can't ignore it, right? A lot of the times they think, oh well, we'll just make this one policy or add this one feature, and we won't manage it, right? You need to take responsibility for it and ensure that proper things are managed properly. I know I sound like probably like a micromanager here, but I think probably at this point maybe we need more micromanagers at the government level. Right? Yeah, it's very passive. And so if you put those good practices into government in every aspect, not just trucking, everything, balancing the budget, healthcare, right? Everything that you put in proper management procedures on all of it, you will probably have less pissed off people. It's as simple as that. And somehow, I think there was probably maybe a time when there was proper management procedures, perhaps. But now I think it's just plain laziness at the government level. And it doesn't matter which political spectrum you are. You could be on the left or the right. If you have mismanagement, you can have mismanagement on both sides. It's just as simple as that. And I think that's what we have to demand of politicians. Sorry, I'm getting pissed off now. It's a heated thing. It's something that really cranks my gears on it. They need to manage things better. Governments have to do that better. That just makes me mad. Pisses everybody off, really, to tell you the truth. Thank you. All right. By the way, Wiki plays. You're Canadian, are you not? I believe. Yeah. Oh, he knows what I'm talking about. Oh, good to know, Eric. Yeah. Well, I get your perspective 100%. And I got frustrated watching it. I'm not in the trucking business myself, but I do get upset, right? And I get upset at both sides of the political spectrum. Because I honestly think that most politicians say, well, all I need to do is put on a clown show and get the votes that I need and try to convince people, and I don't actually have to do anything, right? And then the voter is left as a sucker. I don't know. That's just how I see it. And there's great policies and great plans on both sides of the political spectrum, is how I see it. It's just how you go about managing it and processing things, right? You need to put in the work, damn it. No, no lazy politicianing. I'm selling that. Yes, exactly. Like, I would probably lean personally on views like maybe a little bit more on the conservative center. I'm center conservative, I guess. But I look at Pierre Polyev as an example. He smiles, he says the right things, but I honestly don't think, he would be able to get anything really done, right? It's like, yay, I scored points, I won an election, I can sit in I don't know, the prime minister's house for X on years, right? So I know there's a lot of conservatives that probably say, yes, he's our hero, he's the only one, but just as a base politician, he may fundamentally maybe follow. Do you have the confidence that he can manage things properly, right? He may give the right answers and he might put in the right policies, but would he be able to manage those policies appropriately? And that's the thing that I would have a problem with. But you get it also on the left too, right? Like we've had Justin Trudeau in power, right? He probably obviously saw that there was a problem and we needed to bring immigrants into to manage the workforce during COVID. But it's fine, good, probably maybe a okay, reasonable decision at the time, but you need to turn the faucet off. So that's where the management aspect comes into it. So I don't know. I just kind of just pisses me off. I don't know. I was listening to Jean Chrétien today and Stephen Harper today talking about politics and stuff, and they're both on both sides of the spectrum. I've got a lot more. Probably some of the stuff that they said I can agree with. It's like old school. Not to say that they're 100% perfect or anything, but a lot of some of the stuff that they did stand for, they did a lot more work, I think, than I think some of our current day politicians. And that's the frustrating part of it. I don't know. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I think he would get a minority, in my opinion. Like, I honestly think, granted, he has a mouthpiece, and I would probably give him a fair shake that he is probably a good opposition leader. And what I mean like that is that he yells and screams at people. I mean, that's what an opposition leader does, right? I mean, some of the stuff he says, it's like, man, right? It kind of makes you say, well, right on. Right. But then I'm still left, do I have the faith that he could, do any different? And that's where I would probably say no. And I think that's why a lot of Canadians probably are stuck in their fiddle diddle area, right, on voting. Even myself, it used to be quite easy to vote, but now you're like, well, how am I going to vote, right? Do I vote for the party? Do I vote for the prime minister? Do I vote for who I think can do the best in my best writing, right? There's like so many factors now, right? You need kind of like a flow chart to try to come to a and at the end of the day, you're still saying, well, I don't really think anything is really going to get done at the same time. I don't think it's really going to make a matter. That's just how I see it. Oh, God. Yeah, fair enough. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that we'll see a change. I want to see politicians to change, I think. But I think at the same time, I think us as voters, we have to kind of be more specific. Like, I know it sounds sad to say this, but, it should be just an expectation that a politician would, focus on management skills and not social media skills or popularity skills or polling skills, right? That seems to be what statistics, right? We don't need a statistic person. We need someone that can actually say, well, we're going to do this, we're going to manage it, and we're going to do that. And that's what we really need to do. And sadly to say, I think they're ignoring the message, or they just don't want to listen. They probably know that that's probably it. But sadly, I think as voters somewhere, or even media should be saying, don't you think you should be managing things better? Right? Media is supposed to be our voice, even though that they kind of probably are more the voice of the government. But anyways, that's a whole other topic. But my point is that I think these guys really need a wake-up call and say, look, you need to stop these little shenanigan games of saying, well, he did it. No, he did it. Right? And be like, okay, I'm going to do it. Is essentially, I think, what they're going to, that they need to do, and also say, this is how we're going to maintain it, right? But it's they turned it into a big us versus them debate, and I couldn't really care less. I'm Canadian. I'm proud to be Canadian. and we're all Canadians. And this whole, us versus them thing isn't getting anything done. It's like a bunch of people seeing a problem and they're just yelling at each other. And it's like, okay, guys, just stop yelling at each other and let's just work together to get things done. There we go. I really have been harping on this. I needed a rant session. So I apologize to anyone that might be thinking that I'm a bleeping lunatic or something like that. And you're new to my channel or whatever, but I don't usually talk this way. Wiki, you can back me up. I don't get very political on my on my live streams. I usually try to keep it pretty neutral and pretty quiet and everything, but I've been harping on this for a while and I just needed a good chit chat rant on it. Because it's bleeping freaking messed up, okay? And I don't get angry very often. Me getting all choked up about it. All right, Wiki Plays. Have a good night, man. Thank you for the conversation. I probably needed it too, because I've been just my mind has been so flabbergasted over it. Whew. Excuse me. I need to get a glass of water. Yes, it was a good chat, and I think I needed it. Sometimes talking about it is always a good thing. There's always a therapy in chit-chatting and getting something off your chest. Yes. So, but anyways, have a good night. I need to take a break. I gotta go get a glass of water. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. I haven't died. I did have to get a glass of water. I don't do very well when I get upset sometimes. I know I don't probably. I usually seem pretty cool as a cute when I get mad, um, but it does choke me up quite a bit. Literally, I actually start coughing. Sometimes I will actually throw up. Sometimes too, if I get really upset. Um, it's very weird with me. Um, I've always been that way. I think it's because I don't like getting overly emotional. um, and probably maybe I need anger management. I don't know. I like being a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. That's me. That's who I like to be. So I don't like getting choked up very much, or getting angry. So for me, when I do get angry, I don't like to get overly unhinged or irrational. So my thoughts on it is that my body tries to compensate, right? By either making me cough a lot or wanting to throw up. Um, I know it sounds weird. Probably not very many people do that. Most people, if they get mad, they'll just punch someone in the face or they'll yell and scream till the cows come home or something like that. I'm not that way. I'm not really good at expressing anger, I guess say, in the traditional sense. And I generally try to stay in a very balanced and very happy state. And if something does happen to throw me off, like if everybody has a bad day or whatnot, right? I always try to find a way to stay in the positive spectrum of things. But there are times, I hold things in quite a bit, and then I just have to release. It's like a release valve. Um, and for me, it's a bit weird. So definitely weird. Some people they've never seen me I have close friends, right? And if something really upsets me, I have had moments where I just start puking my guts out because I'm angry. And they're looking at me, "Are you sick or something?" Right? They don't understand because it's not very common. I don't know, unless there's someone in this a live stream that can relate to me, maybe you can shout out and say, "Oh, I understand completely." Um, but I don't know of anybody that reacts the same way as I do. I don't start crying. I don't start, anything like that. I mean, some people cry, right? If they get upset. Looks like my tracker is all mucked up here. To fix that. But for me, I just start puking my guts out. Stressed out from that. I always thought about it, I've watched the Nature Network. You know how there's lizards and snakes, right? When they get stressed out, what do? They regurgitate their meal, right? I thought, well, maybe I'm a reptilian way or something. I don't know. Kind of weird to think of it that way, but anyways, it's the closest thing, right? You get stressed out and you just something's got to give. But yeah, I've never met anyone quite like me, but I've had some close friends. I don't usually get very angry, but there's been a few times where, um, out of the blue, I will get upset, but then I'm throwing up, right? They just look at you because it's kind of shocking, right? It's like, okay, why are you throwing up? You were just fine a few moments ago, and they can't really understand or relate the two, right? So if you don't get upset very often, right? And your friends have never seen you get upset, right? And out of the blue, you do this, right? You go through a upsetting experience, or I do, and I just start doing that. You could imagine what their reaction would be. And they say, "Oh, do you need to go to the hospital?" No, I'm just pissed off. And it's like, and they're looking at you puzzled. It's like, huh? I don't understand. And then I have, obviously, it's kind of hard to explain it all if you're like throwing up, right? So, um, and then eventually I catch my breath and I calm down or whatever, right? And then I explain it, and then they're like, "Really?" It's very weird. Um, and I say, Have you, have you always been that way?" "Yeah, but I've never seen you happen." "That's because I don't get upset very often. How many times have you ever seen me raise my voice or get overly angry or anything like that?" And it says, "No, you're usually the most happiest person I've ever met, right? You're like psychotically happy or positive." Um, and like, "Oh, well, thank you. Well, there you go." uh, I'm trying to fix my tractor, by the way, here. But eventually, I do have moments where I do get upset, and it comes out. Um, but it's definitely something that I avoid quite a bit. But who really wants to be upset? Well, maybe there are some people that do want to be upset. Um, and maybe it is healthy to get upset, right? And maybe express it in a better way. But it's definitely not comfortable. That's for sure. Why can't I get the? Oh, I have to hit calibrate. There we go. Calibrate. Somehow it got all goofed up. Fix. All right, it's fixed. So I got the new Beam eye tracker. I'll mention this again. I said it at the beginning live stream as well. They've updated it. They're no longer in beta. The calibration is only seems to be only accessible from the little icon down by the clock. So if you're trying to find that, you need to click on the icon down by the clock. I think it's like the task manager, I think it is, or taskbar. Yeah. So you have to go and find the icon. Left click it once. This little window will pop up and you'll see your little googly eyes, right? And then there will be a calibrate button in the grid menu. You have to hit that if you have to recalibrate. Either that or you've got the shortcut keys programmed, and I don't have that set up. So just to let you know. And then I'll also mention you'll probably want to uninstall your older version of iBeam Tracker and Open Tracker, or at least maybe disable Open Tracker's startup. So I noticed that apparently it has a tendency of loading automatically when you load your computer up. It can get programmed in there somehow. You might want to remove it out of there. I don't know if it'll interfere specifically, but it might, because what they've done is the pieces of that application, they've integrated it into the tracking executable. So if you have the Open Tracker running and you have the Beam eye tracker running, my concern, and I haven't tested it, I could be wrong, but they might be competing with each other. or they might be doubling up the resource usage or something like that. So, but if you do need it for a different program, like maybe you have like a, I don't know, some sort of VR headset that needs it. I'm not sure if any VR headsets need it, but maybe. Or some other application that use the Open Tractor, you can keep it installed, just maybe ensure that it's not actively running as a service somewhere on your computer. So, just in case. I don't think it would cause your system to blow up or anything like that, but you might see some, like, maybe sluggishness or performance issues is what I'm trying to save you guys from, perhaps. So, and I think the tracking software probably has to, you know, do a fair amount of calculation, right? And also utilize your video camera way. So there we go. So I did my spew on. There we go. That's one of my techniques of calming myself down too. I'll get into something like something technical. Usually that's a personality quirk. Most people probably don't. Now everybody's going to know what makes me tick now. But I don't usually get upset though. Like I said, I like to keep positive and have a good time. Enjoy myself. Okay. Even if I'm homeless and on the street, I would probably still try to find a way to be happy. To tell you the truth, I don't think I could live my life in think. I would always try to find a way to find a happy spot. I think my survivability depends on it. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I've had a lot of people, you know, appreciate being around me. And I'm sharing this because I've always thought it was kind of weird. It's like, well, there's nothing really special. And then, but out of the blue, you get someone that says, "Oh, well, I've always felt very comfortable around because you're so calm, positive, or something like that." From time to time, I do run into people that say that to me. Oh, thank you very much. Kind of like a gentle reminder to say, you do have a purpose in them, other than just taking up space and breathing air and eating food and drinking water, I guess. Okay. I need some light. Not too much light, though, but get blind fast. I think I need also a trailer. Have a trailer. Will this universal auto load without a tractor? Do it. Oh, it does. Oh, right on. Fantastic. I'm running over something. I don't know what it is. I'm going to get out and take a look around. Fun. I think maybe I'm crazy. Might be turning the wheel too sharply. Something, perhaps. Yeah. All right. What is the time? Oh, it's 12:30. I think I'm probably going to call it a live stream. So that's the funny thing too about conversations. It makes the time fly by real quick. I did get a lot. Most of the tasks that I was doing on the gameplay was kind of boring, but it needed to be done. I had like so much stuff that needed to get sold. I don't even know if I have anything left that I still have to. I think I did it. I got rid of everything that I needed to get rid of, I think. At least on this farm. There's probably maybe other equipment elsewhere. But I think I'm good. What I do need to do is I have to get this stuff stacked up because I emptied out my seeder. I'll probably do that next episode. And I'll need to make sure that precision farming is activated. I'm going to do that right now. Sure, I have it enabled because don't think I don't think I checkmarked the box to ensure that it would load. At some point, I was doing some changes to the mods, deleting some out, and I think I inadvertently deleted the precision farming is what had happened. I've been playing without it for a while, so I'm gonna reactivate. So I'm gonna do that now. Activate it and then save and exit. Should be okay. I tinker too much. That's the problem. Always like tinkering. So either it's on whether I'm tinkering with my live stream and I'm breaking something on my live stream, or I'm tinkering with I don't know, a game map or, deleting mods, or I'm tinkering with a driver for a video game. I just yeah, here's my problem here. Precision farming. I'm gonna just because I know that I'm going to forget, go ahead and hit start. Save it because then at least it'll be loaded in. Because I don't think I'm going to be putting in any more mods at so I might put in I'll probably look at FS Miner's equipment pack for maybe March and put that pack in because it's every month he always seems to either add to the pack or update aspects of the pack. And I do use some of his equipment. But it's a bit of work because what I need to do is I usually clean out some of the stuff that I don't use. So there's a lot of things in there like I don't know, the signs, the pylons, the decoration, or the items that you would use for um role playing. I'm not really a role player, so I usually delete those things out and I keep what I need, right? But his pack has everything in it, so you have to go through and you have to sift out. what you want to keep and what you don't, essentially. So yeah, so I've gotten into the habit of basically updating his mods probably every 2 to 3 weeks, I think. Earlier on, I was updating like every month simply because I think he was doing a lot of patchwork at that time. And I think some of his equipment did it, but now it's like that some of his equipment is, not 100% perfect, but most of it of what I need to do work. So, um, so to save myself time, I don't. I only upgrade probably my pack with for him probably like every 2 to 3 months or something, because that's a lot of mods to go through. So save myself time. I'd rather be playing the game, sifting through mods. But I think today's episode was good because I was like at about what 15,300,000 or 200, and now I'm up to 16,800,000, and that's because I went ahead and I sold a lot of the equipment that I wasn't really using. It's possible that I might revisit some of that equipment again, but I know for a fact most of it has been just sitting there. It's like collecting dust. So I think I made the right decision. I might get a second combine if I get into a larger field when I start using course play and auto drive. But so far on the PV River series, I don't know, reduced my dependency on uh automation to a degree. I mean, I have used course play a little bit on the grass field and on a few things, but uh in comparison to Farming Simulator 22, I think I use that like, all the time, auto drive and course play. So I don't know. Mind you, I was on a 16x map, right? And now 4x. So it's a little bit more manageable. I can utilize what's available uh, and not have to use the course play and auto drive. But I imagine at some point I will get into doing that. And I do update my auto drive and course play just so that it is available there. And at the ready in case I'm like, oh, this is just too much. I ain't going to get 2 or 3 harvesters to do all of this, right? I'm getting close too because like I'm adjusting the time and everything like that, right? When I first started, I had smaller equipment and whatever the farm provided, and just a few small pieces of equipment. And so I was, I think, here doing real time. And then eventually I upgraded my equipment to bigger pieces of equipment and I could get tasks done a lot quicker. So I ended up speeding up time. And now where I'm at right now is I've got a lot of productions going. So I've got a lot going on with the productions and having to do all of the field tasks. So now I've slowed things down again, right? So it's kind of like a big balancing act. But I think I've been managing it fairly well, but I have a feeling I'm getting pretty close to where I might have to start employing like auto drive and course play, stuff like that. Whoops. Oh, that fell off my bike. So, and I do find course play and auto drive interesting. I loved it in 22. But I think when I started 25, I sort of tried to maybe do things a little bit more hands-on and maybe not so much automated. Um, and I think I've been I think I've been maintaining that fairly well. But I do kind of miss setting up the auto drives and doing the course play stuff because I did enjoy doing that. It's like, oh my god, look at how much I'm able to do and how I've been able to get these 2 or 3 combines to work together, and it's got kind of a geekiness going on there. Um, just seeing that everything is being managed, right? Um, but I think in 25 there's a drawback to that too, because then you you miss out on experiencing the hands-on stuff. So, um, the other reason too, I'm more focused on like using my steering column and my simulator setup. Like I've got my 2 thrust masters, I've got my steering column, my pedals, and then the IB tracker, right? So if I automate everything, then I'm using those things less. So, so that's sort of my methodology and thinking stuff. So, um, and then of course a lot of people, I think most people have been all right with it. But people probably say, "Well, how come you don't play this map or that map?" And I've set myself a goal for Farming Simulator 25 that I would try to um, do as much in this Canyon PV maps, because there's a lot of an industry in it, and I sort of wanted to do my best to sort of master it. But I think whenever the next game comes out, I think I might have a completely different outlook on what I might do. I'm not going to say that I'll completely abandon doing PB maps, um, like in the next game, but I think what I will probably do is be more interested in trying different maps. So, like American maps or um, more Canadian maps, um, whatever it may be, right? And doing stuff like that. Um, I probably would watch, like, I know Eric, he plays on some construction maps, logging maps, and stuff like that. So I might draw inspiration from their live streams when they start doing things. I'm saying, right? So I might try some of the maps that they're trying, something like that, right? In the next game. But I really set my mind focused on this particular map, and I said, I'm gonna go bang or bust on this and try to um, get as much out of it as I can, and then see how I did, and then just hang it up on the shelf and I'm done with it, I guess. And then put my focus on whatever else I can do in the other game, right? In the newer game, like a completely different direction goals. So that's kind of my mindset on it. But anyways, it is 12:30. I don't know who's live streaming. Um, let's see who I can forward to, because I like to send people over to other live streams. Who's I think Argsy live streaming. Oh, he's doing modding live? That is he Oh, he's building a shed. I'm gonna send you guys to him. You guys might he's doing I get by the looks of the description, he's doing live modding, some sort of shed, which I think is kind of interesting. Curious. But let's do that. I'll send you guys over to him. He's from New Zealand, if you guys don't know who he is. So he is a Kiwi. And he does Farming Simulator as well. And obviously doing modding. I will send you guys over there. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for not leaving over my big rant. Like I said, it's not in my character. That I really try to keep politics out of the conversation, but I don't know. I just got upset and I just had to vent. And the situation with Eric, I felt bad for him and it just kind of spiraled a little bit there. So I apologize. Um, but thank you for the support, and we'll get you guys over to RXZ Gaming. I'll jump in too and say hello, and see you guys over there. Have a good evening or day. Bye.